And why 26? Well, because this is how many I thought of when I was writing this blog post, which you can have in detail somewhere here or down in the link below. Let's get started. So where do we start when we talk about 26 things, you may ask? Well, start at the beginning. Lots of people would say that. I agree, but where the beginning is, it's more philosophical question. So I had to pick the beginning. Over the years, we actually have created lots of lists that could help people sort of reproduce something that I have got in my wardrobe and maybe let them build a better wardrobe for themselves. So, you know, slowly you build it over times, and this is the aim of this blog post and of this video, that we slowly showing you what you should eventually have in your wardrobe, slowly but surely. Let's talk about it now. So the aim of this post is to address that, create an evergreen list of items that will keep you stylish forever, or at least for another few years. Many lists like that have been created, of course, on the internet, but my list hopefully addresses all the shortcomings of other lists and tackles all the doubts that men have and try when buying their own clothes. Also, there'll be some links for some of the UK brands, which is not that common on the internet. I have a vision that this list could be taken everywhere and every time when a decision about purchasing something have been made. So I thought, let's start from the bottom up and let's go up. So start with shoes. Brown, black, leather distress shoes. Ideal something that is 100% leather and it's not made in China. Aim for shoes that are made in Europe or in the US. Aim for shoes that have actually stitching through the sole. Aim for shoes that smell like leather. Smell it. And also aim to spend between 80 and 130 pounds. This is a good sort of starting shoe price. Yes, you can get them from Zara. Nothing wrong with that. You can get them from other places as well. I'll list some of them down below. Places like You Dandy is also good for that. Even Charles Tourette has some good shoes as well. Shoe Passion is another one. Belle Sawyer from Italy, I really like them. Also white sneakers, that's a second item. Ideal for when to aim for plain white sneakers, something that doesn't necessarily scream who is the manufacturer, doesn't have a big Nike sign on it. I recently had a pair of Nikes that are maybe not as subtle as I'm just telling you about, but they are very sort of stylish and they are very classic Nikes. So I decided to go for them, and also my wife has got the same. So we're like, what, a shoes couple? What? Most important, the point of a sneaker is that it needs to be comfortable. So buy from Zalando, buy from Nike, buy from Adidas, buy from other places that you can easily sort of return things in case they're not good. Here's some good old school trainers on ASOS as well. And maybe have another pair of two of loafers or Chelsea boots. Ideally you'd want another pair of sort of maybe different colors, maybe some you know, double monks, any loafers, anything like that, that it basically completes your wardrobe sort of on the shoe side of things. I would maybe go for suede, maybe go for leather as well, but the budget must be around £100. You can find some decent shoes for £100, like double monks. Same places, go Zalando, go ASOS, go Zara. Next is also decent for that kind of things. Sole Trader, some people recommended that, never tried them, but apparently they've got good shoes as well. Okay, next item on my list is socks. There are too many types of socks that I would deem essential. They are tall and colorful and no-show socks. Tall and colorful socks. There is again plenty of shops selling those, but I would make sure I've got some tall socks, usually, if possible, over your calf, but they have to be long enough because men generally tend to have hairy legs, and believe me, no one wants to see your hairy legs. I know Ralph Lauren is doing some of those higher sort of socks, and I've recently purchased some Happy Socks on my Black Friday. You can check them out here as well. Happy Socks is doing some decent deals. What about no-show socks? Well, that's ideal for summer, and especially if you're going for maybe some loafers or double monks if you're in Italy, or if you're going to the gym. That also looks good. There is plenty of places selling them. Maybe sort of your usual retailer like an ASOS or Debenhams. So next up, from your shoes and socks, we're going up. It's your trousers. Different kind, different types we need here. Jeans, chinos, some solid wool trousers. Solid wool trousers. Each pair should be no more than 50 to 90 pounds. Maybe you can get them easily cheaper on sale as well. And what do I mean by saying that they fit you well? Well, they should break on shoe. They should be slim fit, not skinny. We don't like skinny. They should be of a good quality. If you want to take a guesswork out of it, when buying jean, buy something that it's sort of good brand. You Levi, even Debenhams, Zara has got some good jeans as well, but go for some reputable ones if you like. And next is chinos, different kind of trousers, probably more versatile than jeans. Buy 2-3 different colors and pairs, maybe blue, yellow, white, tan, brown, navy, the ones that you like. Again, similar to jeans, they have to fit you well. You must be looking at a slim fit usually. You can buy them online and make sure you buy from reputable source again, so you can easily exchange them even in stores. So if you're buying from Zara or buying from Next or Debenhams, you can actually exchange them next day. So how about wool trousers? Wool trousers are just an addition to your wardrobe really, because if you're buying a suit, usually it's a jacket and a trousers anyhow, so probably going to have some wool trousers anyhow at home, but you can purchase them separately. You should maybe not spend more than 50 to 60 pounds on trousers unless they are made to you specifically. Then maybe 100 pounds is also okay, but you can get loads of wool or wool blend trousers from, again, high street stores like Zara. Slim fit, still the same things. I know Suit Supply sells some of them as well. They're slightly higher price because the fabric is slightly better as well. Next up is the sportswear trousers. I want to talk about them because if you're paying attention to your normal outfits, you should pay attention to your gym outfit as well. Because, just because you're going to the gym, it doesn't release you from obligation to looking smooth, right? And you have to pay attention what you're wearing and how it shows your body. There is one brand that I have been probably buying for a while now, and they are great. They're called Gymshark. They've been very popular. They've got lots of sales going on, usually on Black Fridays and things like that. Go and check them out. Lots of Gymshark here. And there is shirts, which is one up from your trousers. And there is obviously plenty of different type of shirts that we need to look at. There's dress shirts, there is casual shirt, there is solid collared shirt, there is long and short sleeve. And shirts varies tremendously between manufacturers. You can spend as little as £20 and as much as 300. Let's look at some options where you would not spend more, maybe than 50 or 60 pounds for sort of ready to wear shirt. So let's talk first about dress shirts. You should have loads of them. I said at least one for every day of the week, so that's at least 7. I would also include other colors just in case you want to go slightly off your white, blue or pink. Oh, and by the way, you should only buy slim fit. If you buy anything else, most likely it's going to hang out and hang on you in the way that you don't like it and in the way that's going to make you less attractive. So buy slim fit. Plenty of places you can get it from. Charles Truett is one of those. Even Zara, TM Lewin, that sort of places you can get some quality ready to wear shirts. If you want to go made to measure, that's another ballpark. You should look at least 100 to £120 for a quality made-to-measure shirt. If you're interested in one of those, let me know. I can hook you up. And of course, the second option is the casual shirts. They are also an essential part of your wardrobe, and they fill the gaps between the t-shirt scenario and the dress shirt option, so they are very important. What do you do when your printed t-shirt would not be sort of smart enough and your button-down shirt is too much? Well, exactly, you slot casual shirt in the middle. That's what this is. Plenty of manufacturers, again, your Zalando, your Zara, your ASOS, your H&M is going to have hundreds of them. I tend to buy them from cheap places if I can, have them there, maybe wear them for, a year or two and then donate them because that's how I roll. And let's talk about t-shirts. Solids, it's usually what I would recommend going for. Don't spend too much money on t-shirt. Don't go for £300-400 for a t-shirt kind of scenario. It's insane. You're paying for the logo, or someone's done an artwork on it, and you just want to show off to your mates that you've got a £300 t-shirt. Get out of here. It should also not be a disposable t-shirt. You should like it, you should wear it. It should be from a good material. Again, I think 20, 30, 40 pounds for the t-shirt is the maximum top. Plain, nice, easy to wear. Some deep V's have them as well, so you can use them under the shirts. Usually slim fit as well, so they can be worn sort of on the sweatshirts or any sort of jumpers. And obviously this would not be possible without mentioned polo shirts. I maybe have got a couple with polo shirts, different quality, different price points. I like some of them, but usually what happens with the polo shirt, the collar is kind of wonky and it doesn't usually stay in place very nicely after a few washes, so you have to be careful of that. But if you're okay with that, go for 1 or 2 polo shirts, that's okay, don't worry. Another one is obviously sweater and jumper kind of scenario. This is when a cardigan or sweater, if it fits you nice, fits you like a glove, it should be also from wool, preferably. I've seen some very good, inexpensive cashmere ones. You can perhaps pay for a cashmere one, let's say £100, £80, that kind of prices. But if you cannot afford cashmere, go for nice sort of wool, £60-50 from Charles Stuart, again, TM Lewin. Very sort of casual, but also business looking like jumpers. So you can throw in a shirt, a tie, a jumper, and then a jacket on top of that. And all of a sudden you're gonna look cool. Same with cardigans. The difference between a cardigan and a jumper is usually that the cardigan has got buttons and the jumper usually haven't. It's just a V-neck. But the same rule applies, have maybe a few different colors, maybe have got a mustard and red and brown, and then you can sort of mix and match with different colors, depends on the weather or on the season. So use that as your sort of supernatural power. If you're going to put a jacket on, it's a bit cold, well, you can overcoat it, or you can underneath it with a cardigan. Next up on our list is obviously a suit. So we talked about all of those things, now we're talking about a suit. My favorite suits are Suit Supply. You can see my Suit Supply review just over here because the quality to price ratio is unheard of. They're making stuff from 100% wool, usually from very renowned Italian mills. Just awesome, simply awesome. So I wouldn't recommend going anywhere else but Suit Supply for ready to wear suits. Go for single-breasted. Go for something you're comfortable with to start off, and then you add another one and another one. Maybe have 3 or 4 suits, that's it. You don't have to have anything more than that. And maybe if you're so brave enough, go also for a double-breasted option. Maybe add another collar, or add a window pane or houndstooth or something else that is slightly different. I would also go for Suit Supply if you're ready to wear guy. If you are made to measure, that's a different story, because you don't have to spend around £800 to £1,000 for this sort of base level made to measure suit. The bomber jackets. They are slightly different because that could also mean that you can have different colors like green, browns, tan, mustard, anything like that, so you can play with colors a lot more. Any other accessories like watches are obviously essential. For the last few months I've been wearing this. This is an Apple Watch, and I've been rocking sort of different sort of bracelets for that. So it changed my life a bit because it tells me how to live it. But you should have a lot more watches than just one. Maybe you should have Daniel Wellington. I used to have that. Maybe you should have Fossil. I used to have that. Armani. I used to have that. Well, I still have it, but I don't use it anymore. So watches are actually great essential of a completing the outfit from accessories point of view. You know, because there are exciting part of dressing up. You know, it's finishing touch. That makes all the difference. Because in the details, this is how and where you can stand out. They don't have to be super original. They don't have to cost thousands of pounds. Buy them decent, buy them from reputable source, but they don't have to be unbelievable brand. A brand would also do. And of course, bow ties. I have got hundreds of bow ties because I wear them every day. I make them as well here in Liverpool, hence I've got loads of them. But people are going to start noticing you, and you will start to get lots of compliments. And the only way to stop getting compliments is stop wearing bow ties. Have some self-tie, have some pre-tie, depends on how you roll. But have at least 5 of them. I'll link you some discounts below this video. Same goes for Pocket Square. Many people think that Pocket Square is just an accessory, additional, that you can live without, but that's not true. You should know that you should actually never leave home without a Pocket Square, never. Hats is something I don't usually wear that often, but when I do, I'll make sure it's nice knitted hat. Also, when you use that in the summer, make sure it's nice sort of Panama hat or something like that. You can get it from eBay, you can get it from ASOS and places like that, because that is another accessory. This is how you can sort of structure your look around a certain, you know, certain item like a hat or a bow tie or a pocket square or a jacket or things like that. And you know, that concludes that list. Essentials item that have been tried and tested. I'm probably at the stage right now where I own around 90 to 95% of that list. My wardrobe is nearly complete, but it never will be, nor it should be. You know, try to go through that list one item by one item every so often and see how many things you've got, how many things you still need to get. You know, that story will never finish. You're always going to be looking for some new items from exciting new manufacturer that you actually found online somewhere, or you've met someone at some place and they all of a sudden making socks and you're like, I need to have 10 pairs. So that list will never actually be completed. Hope you enjoy that. Let me know what items I've missed of that list, which I'm sure I have. Most likely, probably not. Let me know in the comments below. Till next time, stay stylish. Ciao.